Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with another Junk Journal January video. Today we are on day 11, and the prompt is magazine. If you are new and you would like to join in on the challenge and get the free printables, you just have to sign up at the link in the description box below. Okay, so let's hop into this right away. I have a bunch of stuff going on here. My journal does not stay closed right now, so we'll just put that open right up here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to talk about today. Okay, so I was thinking about this ahead of time because I was making the printables, and so we're not really magazine people. We don't have magazines in the house. I don't really have anything in that category. We have a couple of paper crafting magazines, but I was like, I don't want to cut those up. So I thought, why not make some zines? So that's what these are for. You have these two, I have a couple of extra pieces here. You have these two pieces of paper in the kit, and you just have to cut the white borders off of them. And then I'm going to show you how to fold them so they become like this into little tiny books. These are just my prototypes. This one is made of 32-pound copy paper, and it's HP Premium. And this one is 110-pound cardstock, and this is Hammer Mill brand. So out of the two of them, I think I definitely prefer the lighter weight paper. So it's just a little easier to work with. This isn't terrible, so if you want a heavier thing, it's just that, you know, like when you fold the paper, you can see here on these, like it's, you know, no matter what you do, it's not going to line up because of the nature of the folds. Like this fold has to straddle the whole book, right? So it's always going to be a little short up here on the front, but it's much less noticeable on the paper one. So hopefully you guys can see that. So I would recommend going with the copy weight paper. Like around 32 is fine, anywhere in that neighborhood. If you want to even go lighter, I don't see why you couldn't. Because I used a lighter weight paper for these. I also have some lighter weight ephemera. I actually just collected up a lot of the scraps from the last couple days. Like these are from yesterday, and this is just that really thin packing paper from Amazon. I also went ahead and printed a bunch of the ephemera at 50% and cut all of that out as well. And I did put this on copy paper too, because I thought that these would, at the smaller size, they would, you know, be perfect for decorating in here. So, oops, I might have that one upside down. But so anyway, I thought the smaller size would be great for decorating these. Okay, I'm going to make one of them today. You have two options. You could make them both. I'm just going to make one of them. I'm going to make the pink one today, but either one, you know, it's the same process for both of them. So you don't have to have any like special things if you decide to make the brown one, or you decide to make both of them. I just want to try to keep, you know, my video to a reasonable length, so I go to bed at a reasonable time. So here, okay. Before we fold this, I need to do a little bit of prep work in my journal. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to tell you also what I'm going to be using today. So like I said, I have a bunch of scraps plus the ephemera I just have the fussy cuts from the kit that I printed at 50% and then cut out. And then just whatever other scraps that were on my desk from like the past couple days, they're also in this pile. There's extra pieces of ribbon. There's this little piece of trim. There's a couple pieces of collage paper that I cut off of yesterday's spread, stuff like that. I'm also going to use this stencil, which is Tim Holtz, which I've used before in this particular project. And then I also went and looked for a stamp set in my stamp collection that had tiny things on it in case I wanted to stamp inside my little book. So this is likely going to make an appearance. And I gathered up some other things like washi tape, stuff like that. I have this lace trim, I think that came from Daiso, like forever ago. I found it in one of my drawers. I'm on the never-ending quest to clean up my craft room, so I found that. So I thought, well, I'll just include that in my pile for today. And then I'm going to use the Nouveau Glacier paste to decorate as well with the stencil. So I'm going to hop to that straight away. So before I start folding, I'm just going to go into my journal here. This is the page I'm going to be using for this prompt. And I'm just going to add some antique linen into the background because it's kind of like, you know, it's not going to add a lot of color, but it's just going to add a little bit of a background because I want to put the glacier paste on this. And I also have a pocket that I made that's kind of funky. So we're going to see if that works at all. Just go extra in here. And this is antique linen. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. It's kind of a nice, like, faded yellow color. And I'm gonna also put, like I said, the glacier paste on top of this. So I just wanted to have a little bit down just so that I wouldn't have a, like, totally plain background. So I cut this pocket out of this paper here. It's the same paper, I just printed it out again, and I just cut it out along the vine, and then I inked it along the edges, and then I fussy cut out one of the flowers that was on there, and I wanted to put that up on the top here. I'm not sure how this is going to work out or if it's going to look dumb, but I'm gonna try to make it work because I want to have a pocket to put my zine in and into here. So I want to have something here. So I'm not sure if it's going to be this or not, but I do have this ready to go. That was my, like, general idea because I wanted to bring these two pages together, and then this page will be part of tomorrow's prompt, which is overlap. So I'm not sure, like, exactly how that's going to look, but this whole page won't be here, you know, so it'll just pick up a little bit of whatever's on top of this page. So along with that. So, okay, so I'm just going to I want to do the glacier paste really quickly because it dries pretty fast, but I wanted it to have, you know, a few minutes to dry while I work on the actual zine part of this whole process. So I'm going to just put on a little bit of this. It's super nice and sparkly, and I used it similarly in another part of the journal, so hopefully I like to, like, revisit my themes, I guess you would say, in the journal. All right, so let's get folding. All right, so what we're gonna do here is the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold it in half. So just try to line that up as best as you can. You know, the straighter your lines are, like, you know, the better your outcome's gonna be at the end. But because it's paper, you know, it's gonna do what it wants to do. So just remember that. So and also, like, I'm gonna work on a couple of things Oh, I just need a folder. Oh, here it is. I'm going to work on a couple of things to, you know, kind of, we can just add a little stuff to the edges to camouflage where it doesn't quite line up. That's the really lovely thing about junk journaling, is that there's always an option to do stuff like that. Okay, so then we're going to make this one go into this fold here. And then we're going to make this one go into this fold here. I should probably be doing it on this side so you can see, because you can see here that there's lines on here that you can fold on, but you don't really need them, because basically you're just basically folding everything in half and then into fourths, and then we're going to fold it in half longwise as well. So what we've done so far is just fold it into 4/4. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it in half on this line. And then line that up. That. Okay, and then just right across like that. All right, so now we have everything folded the way it needs to be folded. I like to go both ways on all my folds, so that when it goes together a little easier. So now we have everything, looks like nice and folded. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half again, okay? And then you need to get your scissors. I'm going to get my big ones. And then you're going to cut on this line from here to here. You're going to cut like one panel in, okay? So that's just right on the line. One panel in. I like to have the big scissors so I can just do one cut. You know, that's it. Boom. Done. Okay, so you're going to open it up, and now you have your cut right there. And so now it's on 2 panels because you had it folded in half. And then you're just going to pinch it right here. Make sure this goes up. And push it together like this. And you have yourself a little book. Here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go through the book and, you know, go down on all the folds here. So all in all, a pretty simple process. I just bent my page, but okay. So now when you look at this book, you're going to notice that you have various gaps like here and here. This is why I double-sided my paper. You don't have to. It's purely up to you what you want to do. But these make like great little tuck spots and pockets for you in your little journal here, or your zine. I didn't know they were called zines before. We just used to make them and call them little books. Okay, so I have this. All right, so now that this is folded, we can talk about like, well, what do we want to do with it, right? So like, do we want to put some pockets in here, which I definitely want to put some pockets in here. I made this little triple, like, this is like, these are 3 pieces of book pages that I glued together earlier. And I was thinking about using these in here as a pocket, and I'll ink around it and stuff. And I'm not sure, like, I know I need to decorate it, but I just thought it'd be fun to like glue some of the book pages together, and these are just the ripped off margins, and then just make a little pocket out of them for this little book. So I'm going to trim that right there so it's even. So I have that, I have this, I have some of these little, oh, I thought these would make good tuck spots too. I think I said that already. But like, you know, how cute was that? Like, you know, or you could just do a little cluster, you know, on the pages. This is like an opportunity to just like relax, have fun, you know, do a little decorating, and, you know, it's like pretty much no stress. These books are tiny, so they, you know, even I can't overload them, so that's a good thing, right? So you can use your little bits and pieces to kind of, you know, we can make a little cover here, maybe with some of this stuff. So I'm just gonna go to town here and do a little decorating, add some pockets in and some other stuff. And hopefully he'll be doing the same thing while I do this and make an even bigger mess. But yeah, so I thought, okay, so I could put that on the cover. I'm not sure, like, I've got my moon. Oh, I also have my books. And also, like, if you have the full-size ephemera cut out as well, which I do over here, you might want to incorporate some of that. You know, it might be great to have this, like, bigger image on the cover of this. And not have the, like, and have the tinier one on the inside. It's kind of up to you what you want to do there. This would need to be smaller. I like to make my clusters like kind of off the project and then put them on there. And this would be cute if this was part of that, because it's got like the alphabet on it and then there's books there. It kind of brings all of that together. And this is the bigger, like the actual true to size printed ephemera that I have here. And then this is the half size one. It may be slightly less than half. Just depending on my printer, it does what it wants to do sometimes. But I just had it print 2 per page when I had it print. And that's like, it's super fast way to get tiny ephemera if you want tiny ephemera. Let's put that the right way up. Come on. Come on. And then where... I made such a mess already. I know I had a little piece of that. Oh, I have some vellum too. I'm gonna use that for a pocket. I thought I had some of that pink trim here. Oh, here it is. I wonder if I could add that in here too. Yeah. We can have a little bit of like color on here too. I'll move this over just a little bit. I don't know why I like to hold them in my hand. It seems like it would make more sense to put them down on the desk. Okay, so let's try this. Is gonna go here, and this is gonna go. And I'm gonna put this on here. I think I need to move all of this over a little. I think that's gonna almost fit. Okay, yeah, so something like this would work on here. I'm gonna go ahead and get that, glue that down. I can hold this, flatten this out like this to start. I'm going to go a little bit extra crazy on my front, and then I'll go light on my inside, I think. Oh no, this glue is almost empty. Okay, we're gonna put this down on that. Stay down, stay down. This is gonna go on here. Okay, as you can see, I decided to change course on my page and not use the pocket because I realized that my zine is kind of fat. So I'm just going to attach this fabric here and make a belly band out of it to hold the zine behind it. And the bonus, I think the bonus of this whole situation here is going to be that I think I can get both of them behind there when I make my second one. So I'm kind of hoping that that's going to work out like that. I'm just going to staple this one here. I wanted it to have a nice edge, so I'm going to just fold it under a little bit. Here we go. I'll have to do something on the other side to cover those up. Okay, and then this is nice and like flexible, and so it can hold it behind there, although it doesn't stick out very much, but I think I could probably get, I wonder if I could get the other one in there. Oh, if they went sideways, they could go, both could go in there. I could attach it here too. I'm gonna go through the zine really quick though. Okay, so I did, I added a bunch of stuff to it. I basically used mostly the scraps from yesterday, and then I used the mini ephemera that I printed out. This is the lace washi. And here I used a little bit of washi and some vellum, and then just the mini ephemera is in the pocket. And then same here, I just stacked up the leftover ephemera, and I just stamp on here with that, I think it's Tidbits is the stamp set. It's new, it's one of his newer ones. I know I just got it, so. And then I added this here too with the stamp here. This is washi tape, and more washi tape, and like a little thing, a little book page edge with the stamp on it. You know, the crazy thing about this is that you really can, you know, here's the, oops, this is stuck in there. This, you really can use like everything, you know, it's like every single scrap can end up getting used in these little projects. I have my little butterfly cluster here, and I have another little flower with a little postcard here, cluster here. And then I just put book number classification on the back here. And I think it turned out pretty cute. You know what I would like to, I think I have a better idea, actually. I'm going to go ahead and put another piece of fabric on here so there's a pocket in the front of this, since I don't like how this looks at all. So let me just quickly do that. I think I can use this little butterfly fabric too, and we can just make ourselves a little pocket. Okay, so I took this out to the sewing machine and I actually sewed it into a little pouch that I can put this in. There's also like a second front pocket in here as well, in case I want to add something later. And then I'm just going to attach this on here. And in the meantime, I also went and got a couple of charms. Okay, here we go. So I pinned this to a piece of fabric, which I'm going to attach to this probably with glue. Although I could maybe pin it. I'm not sure how dangerous it is to have this in my journal, so we'll have to see. Maybe I can pin it like this. I hope this doesn't look like a mess from the top. Nope, I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, because of the weight of all of this, it's gonna need something sturdier. So what I could do though is glue this down and then come back in with the pin afterwards. After this glue has a chance to like really set. Oh, okay, now I got it going. that will lay like that. This will dry clear. We'll put some more into here. Okay, I'm happier with this than with my original idea, so I guess that's a small win. Okay, and here we are. Okay, so there's that, and now we just have to attach our pocket. I'm gonna have to take the little book out though. I'm just gonna put this card in here to separate it from the glue. Okay, that was a little bit crazy. I'm sorry. But you know, you just have to be happy with your stuff, right? I can't just leave it and not be happy. So at least I'm happier with this, and then I will wait till this glue dries, and then I'm gonna add a pin to this to make it even more sturdy. And probably, like, I think it'd be cool to add, like, maybe I'll stamp something, like a little number, and pin the number on, and it'll look really cute and kind of old-timey. Okay, I'm going to pop this in here so we can see how it looks, even though I don't want it to get... The card is in there to prevent the glue from getting too far. I think I'm going to have to stick my tweezers in, though, just to make sure. Okay. There we go. If I could, I would have taken this out and sewn it in. I might need to shorten that chain so that the charm is a little bit more... it doesn't hang quite so low. Yeah, because it's going to hang behind the thing. So, all right. I'm sorry if this was a long video. Today's prompt was zine, and we made ourselves a little zine. I know I went through this already earlier, but, you know, if you had wanted to, you could have made these into little pockets here. I didn't choose to, but you could if you wanted to. And there's my little pocket. And my little belly band, actually, I'll be able to stick, like, some stuff behind here as well if I wanted to. Because I have a belly band here as well. So, alright. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you would give it a little like. And if you would subscribe to my channel. And I will have more mayhem in the crafty world tomorrow. Our prompt is going to be overlap. I was going to try to keep it simple. Let's see how I do. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.